Morning, homos. It's your boy Vic in the Box, Yash Gordon, and Le Carpatron Duke Marriott here with this week's video wrap-up.
All right, boys. Week 10 came and went, and for those of you who have smoked themselves out of short-term memory, paging Dr. Rich, the members of the Coyote Cavern are here with the highlights from last week.
Nice shot at Rich there, Yash.
Woo!
Too bad it won't ease your pain of the breakup this past weekend.
Woo!
Loser.
But that's a story for later in the wrap-up. Oh, God. Let's jump into this week's matchup like Brad jumping into a mosquito net. He got malaria twice.
Pussy. Ah, jeez. All right, let's begin with the team man I know versus I'm gonna chain it all over your Tatum. I just want to thank Billy Gates for finally allowing Google Hangouts
Your boy.
on the precious Windows Phone. Jared,
Cheers,
it's good to hear your voice
Every once in a while.
every once in a while.
Too much. Not good.
Oh.
Keep it down a notch. You hear?
Yeah. The battle of the rookie and the commish. The commish was riding high off last week's win, poised to haze the shit out of this newbie,
Right
bye-week playing noob.
Right
But Jabba had other ideas. Marshawn put the team on my back. Nigga Lynch took a page out of his manager's book and went full smash mode. Lynch reached a level not seen since homecoming 12. Jared smash! With a massive 40.8 points day, the Skittle Maniac tried his best but couldn't overcome the fact that Jared forgot to set his lineup because he was too busy staring at Kim Kardashian's ass. That's a fat ass, though.
It's very nice. Gotta respect the butt.
Gotta
respect
You
the
have to
butt.
respect the ass.
Gotta respect the butt.
Somehow in between fishing trips and getting down on the farm, Reggie, I forgot my skinny jeans Tourette.
True Southern gentleman.
Had to sweat this
Psych.
win out, even though Jared had 5 out of 11 players scoring points.
Only 5 people scored. It's not a lot.
Half
Less
the
than
team. Less than half the team.
Still
Thank you,
beat
Ron.
me. Fuck you, Jared.
It's just
Still beat Chosh.
very poor. Very pissed off.
Matchup number dos.
Moving on.
Number 2, if you will. Brendodo versus your boy, Chuck E. Cheese, McColu, Chuck.
The Chuck.
Your boy, Chuck. Last week was a big week for these two brothers. I mean, think about it. Brendodo accepted his first job offer.
Woo woo! Yeah, come on!
Us 3 OT
Cheers, Brendo.
OT peers pulling a Jared, trapping him up here, which we're going to keep for the foreseeable future. And Chuck crashed his 8th business school info session.
Dude loves
That's
business.
huge. That's legendary level. Legendary.
You love the G-Man.
But anyways, this is the type of matchup the NFL loves. 2 teams who are carried by 1 star player. The godsend that is Peyton Manning pushed Chuck off the back of DeMarco, I also shower with Romo, Murray's back, and beat him to a pulp. All while Brendo watched from the back of his training classroom. I guess some things never change, huh, Brendo? This is Chuck's 3rd straight loss to a manager with a public school education. I guess public school doesn't suck that bad, does it now, Chucky?
All right, moving on to the next match here. Aaron versus Shan.
Sheen.
A.K.A. the Daddy Longlegs. Allen managed to pull a win this week, which is very impressive.
Huge.
Considering he was sending personal text to everyone on his phone list for the spook trap. By the way, Alan, great party. Thanks for throwing it. Kegs were awesome. Seeing everyone from Tech was beautiful, too. Meanwhile, Sean must have set his lineup after he finished his half marathon. Christ, he must have been in a daze in this one.
Oh, gosh.
It's the only logical explanation for starting Peyton Hillis. I mean, who the fuck is Peyton Hillis?
Who the fuck
Who
is Peyton
is
Hillis?
this guy? I mean, let's just go into the mind of Daddy Longlegs as he makes this decision. Who should I start? The running back I just traded for or Peyton Hillis? I mean, Ben Ted is like corporate America. Tried, true, knocked down for the past few weeks, but a safe bet to put up double digits, right? But Peyton Hillis, he's like a startup. Great name. Peyton. Great football name. I mean, God, it just screams America. Yep, I'm going to do it. I'm going to push this envelope, this godforsaken constricting envelope, yet another time, all the way across the table to start Peyton Hillis. because I'm Sean Corcoran. And I'm going to push this envelope completely over the table. Anyway, Sean, all I have to say is take notes.
Take notes, Sean.
You just lost to
Take
Aaron,
notes.
who's got one of the worst records in the league right now.
Damn it, Shane.
That's a fact.
Take it away, Josh.
Oh, gosh. Well, here it is. The matchup of white people. Little white guy, Bran, versus big white guy, Big Brownie.
Mono.
But you know what, Chosh?
What's up, Tosh?
I'm happy for Brad. When you wake up and the first thing on your mind is Ebola, finding well, and not getting eaten by a lion, you deserve to at least win a fantasy football. But speaking of white folk, knowing the Bauer campers, smug bread, must have paid Jordy Nelson off this week. Rich tried his best to keep his waiver wire magazine under wraps at homecoming this year, but we all saw through that fake Game of Thrones cover. Who brings a Game of Thrones?
Why?
Honestly.
We know your ticks, boy. We know your ticks.
Tricks.
Your waiver oh yeah, that's what I meant. Your waiver mag is
Time's a ticking, boy.
I'm not a citizen. Your waiver mag is nothing compared to Brand's trust fund he's stealing from the African government. Also,
hey,
yeah.
can we give Yash back his scarf, please? You wore it to homecoming. He was a
I
bro,
want
let you
it
borrow it. Like, I'm sick and tired of hearing him complain about his cold neck. Look at this thing. No fat on it.
It's cashmere.
It's cold.
I want
He wants his scarf back. Give it back. Send it UPS, straight to the Coyote Cavern. They'll know where to send it. We'll pick it up. It'll be good to go. Let's get it going. Let's get it moving.
Man's from Africa. He's sensitive. Come on, Richard.
Come on, Rich. Next wrap-up matchup we got here is Patrick. First, let me take a selfie. Slane versus your boy, the caveman, the Neanderthal,
Literally.
sex robot Nick Flint.
Cro-Magnon. Sex robot.
From the future.
Bush rock.
Nick, your fantasy score was almost as high as your current dry streak. But just a note for you guys out there in the digital world, that is the record high for fantasy football scores and his dry streak. 175.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Beat that, Brendo.
Yeah.
Dodo.
Nick's well is dry. He ran out of ugly girls.
Anyways, back to football.
Inverse correlation. Ran out of girls, fantasy league score goes up.
Back to football now. Pat, I shred the gnar at lunch Slane was once in first place of this fine league we're in. But now this guy's hanging 10 at the bottom of the league with your boy Yash and Jerbear.
Can you believe that?
What would I give to have saved Patty's messages he sent to the list about his rosterbation? They were gross and disgusting. I deleted them as quick as I could. Should have saved them for this moment right now. Anyways, the surprise of the season. Your boy, Nicholas Flint, had a week for the ages.
I need a drink.
We should all drink for this.
Thank you.
He scored 175 points. Goodness gracious. The Carpatron Duke Marriott's ass is bobacious. Nick, serious truth real quick. How many V cards did you sacrifice to the fantasy football gods to allow that stroke of genius of starting the Eagles deep? 31 points? That's massive for a defense. We start out with 5. That's crazy.
It's unreal.
But the real question is, will he be in the playoffs with your boy? Only if he has an extra V card saved up to give to them fantasy guys.
Watch out. Hide your daughters.
Just wait to see what the Coyote Cavern has in store for you next.
And your moms. And your moms.
Okay, moving on to the highlight of this week's matchup countdown.
It's a top-notch
We
match.
have your boy, my Vic, in a box of tissues, and the Yash. But first, let me take a shit, Gordon.
Veggie poops.
Where do we start with this one? I mean, Yash on a 7-game losing streak. We have Madura on a 6-game winning streak. Complete opposites. So even though the result was always a foregone conclusion, Yash, you gay boy, Gordon, somehow made a game of it. I must say, your waiver wire pickups this season have been pretty spectacular.
I know.
It's a good thing they're consistently offset by your shitty defense and your shitty kicker. I mean, those positions don't really matter, though, do they? Let's ask Charles. Charles, how many points did your kicker score this past week? 0.
Oh,
That would be a 0.
Big
old goose egg.
That's an egg, yeah.
Around like this. Yeah. The man was so confident in his kicker, he started him on a motherfucking bye week.
Motherfucking
bye week.
week.
I mean, that's beautiful. It's fantastic.
Motherfucking
I mean,
baby.
that's the kind of confidence you want to have in your defense and your kicker. Christ, start him on bye weeks?
Ugh.
Take notes, Yash. Still a young bud in this
Yeah,
game.
Sean, take notes.
Anyways, it's a good thing that Madura won this matchup. Otherwise, he'd probably break down and have another good cry on Yash's shoulder. Happy belated, Madura.
Thanks.
For those of you that don't know about it, it was a very emotional weekend.
It was very
I should've
emotional.
been there, should have seen it.
Very emotional.
It was emotional but beautiful at the same time.
It's very beautiful.
Tears aside,
Didn't
Ryan
get
will
laid.
look to extend his winning streak to 7 next week. And Yash will start Josh Gordon, hopefully, if he returns from suspension.
Yeah.
And hopefully return to winning ways. A little too late, but at least he might be able to get 2 W's before the season's over. Ain't that right,
lucky.
Yash?
Look for my suicide note coming out next week.
We're putting that on the the refrigerator so
We'll
that
put it on
you
the
all can
elevator
see when you
too.
come by.
But no worries. All right, boys.
Anyways, that wraps it up. Thanks for tuning in to the Coyote Cavern.
America.
Come join us for a drink soon.
Yeah, come OTP. It's great.
OTP,
Great.
OTP.